What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today we are here to check out SMG4 tier list, which means there's 7 of them. Now, before we get started, guys, there's something I wanted to say. I actually changed my my YouTube name, as you may know, to Lie With Your Swagger to RWTS. It's because that I want to do something a little bit different and do a little bit of that. I also did what Nick did as well of Super Gamer 001. I left you all a community tab post update while I was at school, so you probably what I did in that. So if you want to see it, it's on the channel down below, and you probably know what I did, and that's what I did. So yeah, that's what I did. I hope you understand, guys, because I've been trying my best to get to 20k and whatever, how long. But it's something that I just got to go ahead and do with later, so I don't know how that will go, but oh well. So, the art tier list. You know, we got the Waluigi arc, the Rabbit Bob, the anime arc, the YouTube arc, Generous, Revelations, and now Lawsuit arc. Well, guys, before we get started, y'all, you know what the drill is. Subscribe to Silver IT down below and link in the comment section down below. And then actually, before we start, Silver IT is actually using his avatar. No joke.
Yes, I am using my VTuber model for my main channel. Deal with it. With the lawsuit arc officially
well, we still
ending,
call it VTube with, maybe we can still talk about how the avatar was.
Been made so far. I think I got everyone. We're going to be ranking them through S through F, obviously with F being the lowest tier and S being the top tier. Alright, so first off, we got the Waluigi arc. I am going to put the Waluigi arc at S tier. Wow, I'm so
Oh yeah,
original.
because the Waluigi arc has been the best one lately. In my opinion, I love it too.
Really
even though it was the first
show.
SMG4 arc in history,
yeah,
but I still enjoy it.
Its flaws in its writing a little bit, but you know, you can kind of excuse that because it is the first arc they've done, and I think the hype for the Waluigi arc was something that no arcs so far has ever really like accomplished in a way. You know, it had a really perfect, near perfect Waffy, very good character development.
Yeah,
the
but
cast.
now after the
going on, and there was not much
Rabbit Bob arc, everything has changed.
And it was super hype.
Seriously, everything has changed.
Next up, we have the Rapper Bob arc. This is going to be
oh
controversial.
yeah, the Rapper Bob arc ain't that bad. I mean, they did a good job with the Rapper Bob arc. Like, the Darkest Hour have done a really good job, not gonna lie. Even though I still enjoy the Darkest Hour of the song. But the arc, it's still okay, but in my opinion, it was okay arc. I know what Bob did was a big mistake, what he done, so that was still true to say. You know.
I wish, you know, the Kaizo's story with Kevin's school was kind of more of an arc as well. That way we would have had another arc that doesn't really have that much of a villain. But considering
well, exactly, but Kaizo's not a villain, you know. He's still a good character, you know. Even though he is still a good character to do.
I think it's really solid, and that was about it. And the inclusion of Waluigi at the end was really fun to see as well, and I like what they did with that. Alright, next
exactly, because after what he did back in the Waluigi arc, he changed
things are definitely going to get controversial. Just wanted to put this
oh
out
yeah,
here.
the anime arc, had mediocres with that arc. I almost got trouble with that arc, so I mean, I don't even much enjoy some of it.
I like the anime arc, okay? A lot of people hate the anime arc because Desti's death and the human Meggy transformation. However, if you
I didn't like what happened to Desti, but the human Meggy design still great.
The inclusion of Axel, how it had multiple stories going on at once. It was essentially 3 different arcs in just one singular arc with multiple stories going across different lines, and the fact that they all come together in the end and lead up to a devastating moment is really solid. They did an excellent job with storytelling for this this arc. I like the setup with Francis. He's a really cool antagonist in a way. I like the anime cartel.
Yeah, but Francis is still not good
character. Really special that no other arc has really achieved. The controversies with Human Meggy and Desti's death is definitely puts this arc downward a little bit. I much rather prefer the earlier
but
Meggy
I still enjoy the
Human
Human
but I think Human Meggy can be justifiable for the point of a narrative sense, and I like what they did with her up until Meggy's destiny. I think she was a really solid character overall throughout this time anyway. Desti's death, while I agree it wasn't very much impactful, that's kind of like the only thing that's not really good in this arc. You have to give them credit though, it was technically their first serious permadeath. Kind of want to let that slide a little bit, but that does bring the arc down a little bit more. But if it wasn't for the execution of Desti's death, this arc would probably be above the Waluigi arc. Definitely gonna put this in S tier, just because I really found this arc super enjoyable. It's just kind of like a giant butterfly effect, you know, Peach's castle gets destroyed, and then that leads up to Desti's death. How does that happen? Alright,
I almost have a little bit of issue with that
we have the YouTube arc. The YouTube arc. Oh boy. The YouTube arc.
The YouTube arc has done a good job, by the way. But until Waluigi 2020, I mean, I still enjoy the Waluigi 2020. It was my most favorite one episode in that. But the arc has still been hard.
As well. But when this arc was first airing, it kind of felt pointless at times. It didn't feel like it was really like progressing anything, and by the time the arc ended, it kind of felt like the only point of it was to give Meggy a voice. However, with the inclusion of the Genesis arc, it did give the YouTube arc a little bit more weight, with SMG4 going to the Internet Graveyard. I really liked that setup, and it made the YouTube arc feel a little bit more special to me. But I don't like things like the anti-cast, for example. The anti-cast felt really rushed in, and the characters introduced in the anti-cast during the YouTube arc felt like clones of the already existing cast.
But the anti-cast has done okay. I mean, even though they don't get enough screen time this year, and that's still a big disappointment. Even Barrow as well.
His personality is just, you know, corn, and it's kind of repetitive. Now, of course, you could say the same thing with Mario and his spaghetti, but there's a big difference there. Mario doesn't mention the word spaghetti in every single sentence he speaks. Now, of course, Rob wasn't introduced in the YouTube arc, but just using Rob as an example. Belle, probably the most pointless character of them all to be introduced.
I mean, she's still okay character, but he didn't get enough screen time
the killing off of Greg, that was really hard. I want to make a
Greg, I still miss him. I mean, it hit hard too.
And it was super
I almost forgot back in my reaction
when
I reacted to this.
Greg's death actually seriously or not. And unlike Desti's death, which did provide development for Meggy, Mario kind of mourned for like 2 seconds, and then he went on his way. It really wasn't that impactful. And why would Greg even end up being there in the first place if Mario's going back in time? And so that doesn't necessarily make sense.
We can't help it because since Susan is really controlling Mario ever since
there's no
back in doing the
to
time,
actually
so you
take
get the
that
point
seriously or not. I think I'm gonna put the YouTube arc in the D tier here. I just don't necessarily like it. It's just not something I really
for me, I still give it
a
C and B since I'm doing a good job. But
I love this arc to death, man. I know that's gonna be controversial when this video comes out. There's a lot of things wrong with the arc.
I hate to say this, guys, but this is pretty not my favorite.
Definitely did not need to happen, and it made the
pacing of the arc really not my favorite arc, but the 10th year anniversary is still the most favorite. I get it, it's because how when people spend doing with Zero and the Guardian Paws and Avatars and Axel's death forever, but this arc is really not almost my big favorite, so it's not really my favorite. Speaking of that, guys, I'm still gonna make a video about my rank, how I feel about the arcs or whatever, starting next year. Keep that in mind, that's for next year,
and the final piece where
yeah, it's still going to be for next year, guys, so keep it that way.
Emotional moment, and the fact that
because
in
this
arc
is
they
just
were
sad
able to get me properly attached to these characters and
make
me feel for these characters during these tough times. It really is something else, and I do also like the development of SMG4 here too, and I liked how he did kind of switch sides there, and I think they did do that really well.
Yeah, the only thing they forgot about SMG4 is forgot to apologize to SMG4 Friends that they should have done over a year ago.
I would have rather preferred it
if
they did explain
2.5.
Zero's
I don't
backstory
freaking know.
here because of how much hype was built up for it at the beginning of the arc. But I did enjoy this arc. Actually, you know what? I think this is higher than Rapper Bob. I'm gonna put Rapper Bob on B tier, although my opinion on the arc doesn't really change. I'm gonna put the Genesis arc on the A tier, just above the Rapper Bob arc. I'm only gonna put this here so I can have a filler end for B tier here.
Okay,
Alright, next
good.
up we have the
Revelations arc.
The Revelations arc, I really don't consider that much of an arc. In fact, I do consider Kevin's School and Psycho
I guess
to be more of
it's
an
still.
arc than the
I mean, the
Revelations
Revelations arc is still okay, guys. I mean, it was almost. I mean, it's a little bit better than Jealous arc, but it's still gonna be a C in my opinion. Oh, D, not D, but C. Ever since the
the Box Club doing, and
the Box Club and Niles and everything that happened this year, well, it happened to be similar to now, almost last year to now.
So good.
Well,
but
actually,
now it
since
just feels
April,
like missed potential.
Yeah, but that still
Lee's astral projection and Bob in IT. Hoopkins, I think he went into therapy or something like that. And I think it's a good setup. But then the whole rest of the time they just focused on Melanie, and then the college kind of became pointless after that point. And I think it has a lot of missed potential there. But the movie itself was really good. Zero's backstory was also tremendously good.
Exactly, I enjoy it.
The arc though was kind of all over. So I think I'm going to put this in C tier, even though I think if it was just a movie alone, I would put it probably up here somewhere. Considering we're weighing in via arcs, I would put this in the C tier, even though the movie is definitely better than the Rapper Bob arc. Alright, the last arc here. You already see my review of this arc, I'm just going to put it in F tier. I don't even have to explain it, it's not good. It's really like the worst arc I think they've done. It feels like the whole point of this entire arc as a whole is just to give redesigns to characters, and that's it. There was not much of a threat, and it felt like it was filled with filler the whole time, and it was kind of like
still having a hard time the way the signs
and
that scene right there
comes from the
just
YouTube
too
arc,
hard.
and since my opinion of the YouTube arc is, you know, not necessarily good, I think it was really rushed, and it wasn't really well thought out, and especially
Lawyer Constable was a good villain character. He was following his
that really
like
made me really upset.
By the way,
really
Funky Kong, I can't believe he was Lawyer Con the
just
whole
focusing
time.
on Mickey, SMG4, Mario with a little bit of Luigi, and we've already seen development for all 4 of these characters. It was just
because we did have Citari, Psycho, and other cast who didn't be around.
Sorry, that's my tier list. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my actual Lawsuit arc review if you're more into that kind of thing.
Alright, so here's my opinion about the Lawsuit arc, by the way. Come to think of it, it wasn't that really good as well, just like how the, well, before the Generous arc, or the, anime arc. Come to think of it, guys, I don't think the Generous arc, it's still not good, but the Lawsuit arc, after I've been going through with the half of Lawsuit arc, it wasn't that good ever since what happened to SMG4's friends got died forever until next episode, and that. It's still a big shame. But that doesn't mean, yeah, it's still a big shame what happened back from the past few months now. Well, no, almost the next few months after the whole cast died, and they come back alive until Warfare 2022. Come and think of it, guys, I still have a hard time with the redesigns and everything. Bookins is still the worst one. Speaking of that, he already done one today when he uploaded that, and that's going to be the next video we're going to watch. And guys, in my opinion, the YouTube arc, the best arc in my opinion is still the Wall-E arc. But like the other arcs I've been saying, I will make a review of almost all of them starting next year, so I don't have to wait until another arc comes for next year. Evil Thought, I will be talking about more about this next year. And let me tell you, the Generous arc is still not that good, or even the Lost arc. And that's what I'm going to be talking about in the next video. Well, not next video, but next year, I mean. Next year in January, when SMG4's on break. Alright guys, subscribe to SMG4, we're actually YT down below. And as always, I will see you all in the redesigned ones. Deuces.